Howdy, folks. It is Diecast Buffet here again. Let me tell you, man. Kyle Larson gets his ninth. I'm running out of fingers to count how many wins he's had this year. 9 wins for Kyle Larson, the modern day equivalent of a Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon in their prime. Holy cow, man, this is something just remarkable. What Kyle Larson is doing right now, folks, is going to be talked about decades from now. This is Jeff Gordon, 1998, when he just won like 13 races, right? This is Jimmy Johnson, 2007. This is unprecedented. This is, I'm telling you, man, he is the best driver in the sport right now, and I love to see it. So, make sure to get your Kyle Larson Kansas race to win diecast. He should have won it back in the spring. He kind of got screwed out of it. But nonetheless, this is going to be a really nice looking diecast. It's got damage on both sides of the car. A lot of people love that. Seeing the scrapes, dirt, and grime. Hopefully we'll get some confetti as well. And don't be surprised if they make a 164 as well for this. Of course, if you want to pre-order it, guys, you want to get free shipping, make sure you use the promo code down below, Diecast Buffet at Circle B Diecast for Plan B sales. Any orders, $20 more. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this video here. So, Kansas was a very interesting race. It seemed like there wasn't that much passing, for the lead. It was pretty much, okay, whoever got the clean air after the restart was going to maintain it. The 5 car and the 24 were the dominant cars all day long. It would have been awesome to see the 24 win, but, I mean, that 24 cat, he's going to continue to get better and better and better every single season. But absolutely, it seemed like the 5 and the 24 were the most dominant cars. But it seemed like everyone else in the playoffs, besides the 9 car and the 5, had issues all day long. Kyle Busch into the fence. Brad Keselowski trying to get his lap back. Joey Logano trying contrarian strategies, trying to get himself into a must-win situation and be able to capitalize with a victory. And then you look at Ryan Blaney doing nothing wrong, just stacking points, being the most quiet, consistent driver of the entire playoff grid, and gets taken out by a wild Austin Dillon there. Denny Hamlin just, survive in advance, right? He didn't really get into anything, so that's, great job on his part. But it seemed like everyone else, even Martin Truex Jr., huge rally at the end of that race. I'm telling you, I thought Truex was going to have to win Kansas or Martinsville. Somehow, by the grace of God, Truex could realistically point himself in. Brad Keselowski could point himself in. Martinsville, at one point, it looked like it was cut and dry. Who was going to be taken out and who was going to be advancing, because there was 3 drivers that were north of 34 points out. They had to gain that. There ain't no way they're going to make it up at Martinsville. And now we're looking at maybe Joey Logano only 24 back at the bottom of the pile here. So realistically, any one of these drivers, I think, could point themselves in. If Logano goes out there, maybe wins a stage, keeps his nose clean, gets a top 5 finish, guess what? What if Truex, Kyle Busch, etc. have horrible days at Martinsville, don't get stage points? Logano can still point his way in. Anything can happen. So I would say the racing for the restarts are always super good at Kansas, but I feel like the long green flag runs, there's not much going on there. There needs to be more tire fall, right? There needs to be more tire fall, like a Homestead, like a Donington. But there was so much drama between the playoff drivers, very reminiscent of yesterday's Xfinity race, which had so much chaos happening. I mean, of course, with Noah Gragson and Harrison Burton getting taken out by Sam Mayer there. That was a really big mistake by the 8 car, but nonetheless so. Hendrick Motorsports, they right now they're in the catbird seat. Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin are like 31 to 34 points to the good. So, barring any penalties, right, no lug nuts or anything stupid after this race, and barring any catastrophes at Martinsville, realistically, Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott should advance. However, the last spot is going to be an absolute wild card. Logano, Keselowski, Truex, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, any one of those 5 can realistically advance. So if you're a Hamlin fan, you're feeling good. Chase Elliott, you're feeling good. Just don't do anything stupid, right? But if you're any one of those bottom 5, anything happens. We've seen last year how Kevin Harvick tried to take out another driver to advance and it didn't work out. We've seen what Ryan Newman did to Kyle Larson in 2014. Anything can happen. And when you have 3 drivers maybe separated with 5 to 7 points, I mean, let's be honest, that's one corner. They can just take them out and gain 5 points. It is going to be must-watch TV. Make sure to check it out next Sunday. It's going to be crazy at Martinsville, guys, because Do we see any retaliation with Harvick against Chase Elliott, knowing they're going to be bumper to bumper for, probably 30 laps out of the 500 at Martinsville? Could we see any more confrontation for that? What is Truex willing to do to advance? Truex, to me, is not a driver who's going to go out there and take someone out, but is he going to be that desperate to advance? He knows he ain't going to be racing probably 5 more years in the Cup Series. Could we see something contrarian from him? Will he go out there and is he willing to move a Ryan Blaney? Willing to maybe bump Kyle Busch out of the way? Those are going to be the questions we'll be seeing next Sunday at Martinsville. But like I said, Elliott and Hamlin, they're looking good. Again, don't do anything stupid. Don't worry about winning next Sunday. Just get your points and move on. The best thing I think that everyone could have happened here in the round of 8 is Kyle Larson winning at Texas and then winning this race here, because if Larson doesn't win Texas, let's hypothetically say, I don't know, Byron won it. And let's say Byron won Kansas as well. Kyle Larson would have probably locked himself into the next round based on points already, right? That's just based on points. Meaning, no one else can get that guaranteed points position, right? Because only 3 out of the top 4 are going to advance. They could advance with wins. 1 is only going to be guaranteed on points. So generally, when that one guy goes in there with 50 or 60 points to the good, it's better for them to just win a race. That way, someone else is guaranteed the points position out of the 4. Holy cow, man. But what did I honestly think about the race? It was pretty good. I'll be honest with you. It was pretty good. I wish they would have started the race earlier, though. I don't like when they start these races at 2 or 3 o'clock, right? If you have any rain, if you have any issues, you could be racing into the night. You might have to race Monday. I'm a big believer of noon starting times. That's my honest opinion there. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Unless it's on the West Coast, I can understand that. You don't want to start a race that's 10 in the morning over there. I get that. But when it's Midwest, just start it at noon. Why not? But it's going to be crazy at Martinsville. What is these drivers going to be willing to do? What is Logano going to be willing to do? Brad Keselowski, what is he going to do? Is he going to be willing to move a Ryan Blaney, to move a Joey Logano to advance? He's not going to be a Penske driver in 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So what is going to be his limit? What is Kyle Busch going to do? Because they're not going to go out there and just putt-putt and advance. They're going to have to take it from another driver. So we could see a lot of confrontations, man. It's going to get wild. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, make sure to go pre-order your Kyle Larson Kansas playoff race win car. 3 wins in a row again for Larson. His 9th win of the season, my dude. Kyle Larson, like I said, he is the modern day equivalent of Tony Stewart in his prime, Jeff Gordon in his prime, and Jimmy Johnson in his prime. Some even compare Larson to the modern day AJ Foyt. He is the best driver in stock car racing right now and one of the best in the world. This guy could truly drive anything, man. Go Larson. Look, if Chase can't win the championship, Larson needs to win it. And let's be honest, Larson deserves the championship more than anyone out there. You don't go out there and finish, he's finished second like 10 times? And then you win 9 races? I mean, just like video game numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is video game numbers he's putting up. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great one, everybody. Diecast Buffet. Sign it off.